ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Balance of Opinion Sports Podcast. What you got, hosting the most man on the planet, Yawa, King ECG, and my guy, King Mills.
Yes, sir. It's King Mills 718, New York City, 832 H-Town. What it do, baby?
And my family.
Yo, it's your boy Navinci. Starve the ego, feed the soul. You don't know.
And the Buffalo Kid.
It's your boy Sly, man, 716 Eastside. What's up, man?
So, what we got on the docket today, Sly? What we got on the docket today? What's the first thing joint we gonna get
Let's
into?
get to it, man.
NBA free agency and shocking trades. So, Navinci, can you give us a little rundown of some of the teams or the best that's happened so far through free agency, sir?
All right. I will do that, fellas. So, first off, we got Jusuf Nurkic, right, for Colin Sexton. What do you guys think about that?
Saxton be getting moved around a lot, man. Like, is it because of his play or what is it? Because he's a decent player.
He's solid, a solid player.
I would say I say it all depends on the coach and the organization that want him. He really ain't the issue. It is what it is.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite players, low key. Like since he was at Alabama, like Colin Sexton, that's one of my guys, young bull. But I think it is hard for him to he got that I'm a scorer, that's pretty much all I do type of game. So I think teams be having a hard time fitting them in, like outside of just being like a 6-man or something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, let's get to this one. The Houston Rockets. The Phoenix Suns traded KD to the Houston Rockets for Dillon Brooks, Jalen Green, and I think was it a first-round pick?
There was a couple first, but I don't think that trade is even done. I think they're gonna add more teams in. But we did on the last live. It was dope to see. For what the Rockets is doing, they're stacking the freaking deck. I don't even know how Ime is gonna literally put all this together because he got a lot of players at the wing position from Jason Tate, Tyree Eason, Jabari Smith, KD.
Jeff Green.
They all can play.
Aaron
Right, Jeff
Holiday.
Green. They all could play. Well, I'm talking about from the 3 to 4s. Like they all could play for the 3 to 4s. Shoot, I think he might even go with a massive lineup and put some of them at the 2. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he has a lot to choose from and a lot to. It's good competition for some guys, but at the same time, you don't want to lose a guy I feel like you might need later down the season. But he got a good problem on his hands. I tell you that.
I think that's why Cam Whitmore got moved too, just to clear up. They got so much talent, like they just gotta at this point.
Yep.
Was it good that they got rid of Jalen Green contract too?
Nah, he came back on. He signed a 1-year deal for a veteran minimum.
Jalen
Green. My bad.
Jalen Green. Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah.
But,
no.
So what you say about Jalen? They let go his contract?
Well, yeah, he had a big contract with the Houston Rockets, right?
Yeah, and then listen, at the end of the day, he's a young phenom and still trying to find his way. At the end, Rockets might be they are no matter what. They're in a win now mode. They can't wait for Jalen to get his stuff right mentally for them to push for a championship because they do got young dogs. And they're a team where I think that they can rock with OKC. They can definitely rock with the Nuggets. You know what I'm saying? And rock with the T-Wolves. But, like I said, I don't think it's going to happen over a year. I think they got to build some chemistry, but they should be knocking at the door.
Okay. Well, they also got Clint Capella.
Yes.
Capella came back too. Finney-Smith, so they're going to be running a big lineup out there.
Yeah, man.
Ime is focusing on defense with a little splash of offense, you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, OKC's got a problem. They've got 2 teams they got to deal with in the West. The third one, it's a maybe. But for right now, to be honest, it is Denver and Houston that OKC is going to have to deal with. And they got to hope that they don't have to deal with them both in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think you gotta throw Dallas in there too, bro.
Dallas is the third one, but we gotta see what's going on when Kyrie comes back. Right now, the talk says Cooper Flag is gonna get pushed to point guard, which is crazy because you know what Jason Kidd's trying to do? He's trying to create another Giannis.
Now he's trying to create another LeBron, but I mean, I don't like it. I don't know why Jason Kidd want to put the ball in his hand so much. He's a young pup. Don't do that. I think you open his game up by putting him into spots. Now AD is there. I get it. But at the same time, because I don't want him later down the years to get away from that. Like Cooper got a game enough to go pinch post. He can go from working in the post game. Like he got to work on it now. I'd rather him work on it now. Don't put him to be an ISO guy to run the offense up there so early. Like you don't need that.
But that's the thing, though, right? I don't think he's trying to make him an ISO guy because Cooper Flag is such a team player and he does have somewhat of a good vision when it comes to passing the ball. He's trying to put him in the best situation with these vets to not just learn how to score, but how to set his teammates up. Remember, AD and Kyrie ain't gonna be there forever. So
Right.
at the end of the day, and this is why I say Giannis. Because you see, when Jason Kidd had Giannis and gave him the ball, Giannis wasn't a selfish player. Giannis still got his 30 and 12, you know what I mean, 12 rebounds, but then now he's getting 10 assists, 8 assists, and he's starting to realize now when he went in, they collapse on him, he's got shooters everywhere. He's trying to do the same thing for Cooper, right? Because he sees the body type. And Cooper's a young boy. He's going to fill out. And when he fills out, that's when you put his ass in the motherfucking bait and let him do his Joker thing. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion, though.
No, I'm with you on
I
that.
agree with you.
Yeah.
I think Jason Kidd see him the same way he saw a young Giannis in Milwaukee, and I think he want to get him used to having a ball in his hands, being a playmaker, just get him used to kind of playing that all around game because even Giannis and say Jason Kidd is the one who put him on, who unlocked his game and shit. So I definitely can see that. The thing about Dallas though, I can see it going all the way bad too. Like that's a team I could see them possibly winning the West, or I could see them possibly just being a disaster. Like AD get hurt, Kyrie don't come back the same, and Cooper go through just being a rookie. Klay Thompson start to regress maybe. And then they picked up D'Lo too, that's another one. That could be real good or that could be real bad. So Dallas I'm iffy on them, but their potential is really high.
Yeah,
I didn't like the D'Lo pickup. I thought they could have picked up something different.
For Kyrie though.
I
Kyrie
do.
recover, they'll have somebody to fill in the gap at point guard, which is it could be smart.
Well, we gotta remember when D'Lo plays with AD, he loves playing with AD, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like he loves playing with AD because we gotta remember D'Lo's a playmaker, bro. He's not really a shooter. He became that when he turned to the Nets, but he's really a playmaker in a sense. And if you're gonna have a J Kidd on your team, to which he was coached under J Kidd already, he loves J Kidd. You already know what the issue is, but we ain't gotta talk about that. But I think now D'Lo will play more freely. He'll play with more of a sense. Like he ain't gotta think too much. He ain't gotta feel like, all right, I just gotta be a jump shooter. I don't want to take up somebody's space. He ain't gotta do none of that. Just put me in AD and pick and roll. I'm good. Like I'm a fine AD.
Word.
AD know I'm a fine him. So I think D'Lo's in a great spot for right now mentally. I don't, but D'Lo could be a wild card. We know that already.
Right.
For sure.
Okay. So Drew Holiday to the Trailblazers, also in the same thing from Boston. We got Porzingis to Atlanta. 2-1. What do you guys think? Where should Holiday go? Because obviously, I'm pretty sure he's gonna get a buyout.
Holiday one of those players any team could use. Like every team need a Drew Holiday. So I'm gonna go with my team. I'm gonna say the Knicks.
I said it in the chat.
Word. I'm saying I think Drew Holiday could do wonders for the Knicks, man. He'll bring in some veteran leadership. He could handle the ball when if Jalen Brunson need to play off ball, he could go in there and play defense on your best player from 1-2 run through 3. But listen, man.
Slide. What about McBride and Shatman and those guys? You still have those guys
What
on your
about
team?
them?
We got McBride. We don't got Shamit. We ain't got Shamit.
They ain't
No,
better
Shaman's
than Drew
gone?
Holiday. You know what I mean?
Shamit's a free agent.
Okay. My bad. But
Yeah, but we're talking about Holiday here, bro. And
Right.
if you can have Holiday as your if you can have Holiday as your backup guard too, bro, that's crazy. Then you can work a combo between him and Jalen Brunson. Whew.
Yeah, man.
Stop it. I don't know why they waiting so long, bro.
Well, Drew got to talk about the buyout situation with Portland, but realistically, of course, I would love the mayor on my team. I've been fucking with the mayor. Drew's been my guy for years. I just think he goes back to Milwaukee. I think he ends his years with the NBA with Milwaukee. He finds a way, and I mean, they got the cap space. Clearly, they let Dame go for 25. $25 million for 4 years and stuff. So you know they got the money. But yeah, I think Drew Holiday ends
Bro,
his
the
years
Bucks,
with the
the
Bucks.
Bucks strap low key.
Nah, the Bucks, they solid at the two guard position. I don't see how it works, but
No, I'm saying like they just paying mad niggas that ain't on the team. They paying the coach. They paying two coaches still. They
Yeah.
paying and they paying.
That doesn't hurt
Dame.
the salary cap
Yeah.
though for the players.
Okay, yeah. You know what? You're right.
Yeah, that doesn't hurt. It's just the players. So, and you know, at the end of the day, we'll get to that for a second. But Drew Holiday, I'd love to see him on the Warriors. I think he do work over there with Butler and them. You know what I mean? Now the Porzingis. No, let's just talk about Boston. The person who bought Boston is still trying to find all the money. That's why he's offloading all these players, because the luxury tax repeater offense he's not trying to see. He ain't even got they sold for $6 billion. They don't own the stadium. The Lakers sold for $10 billion and they own their stadium.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? And Genie Bus and them are still, yes, people, sorry, I have to do this, but Genie Bus and them are still somewhat in control. Like they're there at the front office and doing all that stuff.
They're the
But
face.
they own a fraction of the team. But the other Boston, they sold everything. And the guy I think only came up with like maybe 1.5 billion. He's still gathering all the money because you got to put a certain amount down, and then after that, all this money's got to come out of pocket. So don't be surprised if Boston doesn't make any more trades. Like they're gonna be trying to empty the closet because they know this year it's a wash. Horford's not there. They got rid of Porzingis. They got rid of Drew Holiday. They're trying to keep White and Brown. But one of those two's gonna go. Hopefully it's not Brown, but if they want to save cap space, Brown gotta go. You know what I'm saying? Now to Atlanta, they are crazy. They could be crazy good this year. Like I'm gonna be watching a few of the games. They stacked up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
With a few players. And I think Trey is gonna we gonna see Trey's here this year, man. He gonna come back to, you know, the villain.
the only thing that scares me in Atlanta, and I agree, like Atlanta's stacked. I'm liking how they constructing their team back into the East. But they ain't got no bigs. Why don't you let Clint Capella go? I mean, if you depending on KP to play all year long,
Yeah.
you know, and I know you still got Ogundaka, whatever, however you pronounce
Yeah, I
his
know
name.
what
Sorry
you're
for
talking
butchering your
about.
name.
I was gonna say him. He alright.
He's tough, but again, he'll be your only big at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So, but nah, Atlanta, they got a team too. I ain't gonna lie, they got a team over there.
Yeah, throw it in. They also Alexander Walker, right?
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. They stacking up over there. Like they're trying to take a lot of pressure off of Trey. Sorry to jump back to the Bucks, but listen to me, okay? You heard this from me. I have no inside information. I'm just looking at the tea leaves. If Giannis isn't traded by the trade deadline, he will be traded next year. The Bucks can't afford him. They did all these trades and all these moves to keep him, because guess what? He's the only attraction that they got. Now I'm happy that they got Portis back. I'm happy that they made all these moves. And Dame, I don't want to hear nobody talk to me about loyalty, because players leave teams all the time. They giving this man all of his money. They cut him or waived him. He's still getting paid. Any team that he goes to that offers him a deal, that cuts into the money that the Bucks own. So they are trying to save themselves some form of cash. All right?
that's a good business move. It's a
Pardon
good
me?
business move. I
Yeah.
said it's a good business move.
Yeah, because they ain't gonna have him for a whole year. So why the hell? Why we paying him and taking up a roster spot? Let's waive him, and that's because of the new CBA, which we're gonna have to have a discussion about it before the NBA season starts up. Because this CBA is screwing every team. Denver, hey,
What's this called, yo? What's
Denver,
that shit? What's that shit called? They keep calling it.
Second apron, the second
Yeah,
apron.
first apron, second apron. Yeah, it's crazy. They only put this in place because of what the Warriors did. The Warriors literally were paying like $300 million a year in just taxes, because they said, hey, you want a contract? You got a contract? You got a contract? You know what I mean? Trying to retain all their talent, right? And it wasn't fair for the other teams, which is another question I'm going to ask here in a bit about parity or dynasties. But let Navinci hold on his thing. Sorry, fam. I just had to get that off.
All right. No, okay. Like you mentioned, Denver. So Denver got Bruce Bowen on a 1-year, Cam Johnson via trade from the Nets for Michael Porter Jr. They also got Tim Hardaway Jr. They got Valanciunas. God damn.
Mhm.
God damn.
Great moves. All great moves, man.
Well, I
Woo.
don't know. Jonas might be going to Europe. He might be pulling the
Word.
Okie though.
Oh,
Oh,
I hope
really?
he don't, because he perfect. He exactly
Nah,
what
he
they
is perfect for Denver.
He's solid backup, bro.
Hell
Solid.
yeah.
Solid.
I made a lot of money with him back in the day, boy. I ain't gonna lie.
But
Yeah.
to get Cam Johnson, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why I felt like I was butchering his name. To let go of Michael Porter's contract was key. Denver did do a lot of like spend after they won the chip. That GM was like, "Hey, yeah, since you got us with a chip, hey. He started sending the money out and stuff like that." But yeah, man. I mean, I just look at it as like this, like to get away Michael Porter's contract and Michael Porter's style of game. Denver don't need that. They need wing defenders. You know what I'm saying? They need Energizer Bunnies alongside with Braun to deal with OKC, because if you can't guard OKC, there's no way, Joker's gonna keep getting demolished in the paint. They're gonna
Yeah.
keep attacking him. So if you get a Johnson, hopefully he stays healthy. That's the biggest thing. If he stays
Yeah.
healthy, they'll be right into it. They'll be right into it.
Yeah, and I think he fits very good with Denver. I think he's a better all-around player than Michael Porter Jr.
Mm-hmm.
He gives you a little bit of everything. He's probably a more consistent shooter than Michael Porter Jr. too.
Nah,
Yeah.
they shoot the same from the
Yeah,
clip.
but
Yeah.
I
He's
think
$17 million
Johnson works.
cheaper.
Definitely
Right.
$17 million shooter.
That's it.
Yeah, that's a perfect swap, because MPJ, he probably more explosive, but he go through ups and downs, and on top of that nigga stay hurt. Like, nah, give me
Facts.
Cam Johnson, real, especially for
Yeah.
if I'm gonna save 17 million and y'all do essentially do the same thing. Nah, I'm cool.
Can play a little bit more defense.
Nah, Cam is a better two-way player than me.
Yeah,
That-
yeah. I don't even think it's close, honestly.
All right. You have anything else on this?
All
Jordan?
right. Nah. I mean, what else? I mean, you got Tim Hardaway Jr. Was that a good move? Bruce Brown going
Yeah,
back.
1-year deals. I mean, Bruce
With Denver,
deserves it
yeah,
too.
I felt Denver stacking the deck with the 1-year deals it made perfect sense. Like, you
Yeah.
figure it out. You get some shooters. You get some. You bring back Bruce Bowen, who should have never left. But you get all these guys to help out with Jokic. Like Jokic is damn near trying to enter into his prime. And it's like you're kind of wasting it a little bit, because look what he's doing, bro. He's doing some
It's not
crazy
kind
shit.
of. They was wasting. And it wasn't Mike Malone. It was the GM that was wasting his prime. Because Mike
Right.
Malone told him, bring back everybody. We just want a championship. Which, yet again goes to dynasties, right? You look at any
Right.
of these teams that have repeated or have had championships spread out within a 4-year span of 2 or more. They had mainly the core. And the core was probably about 7 players that stayed, that all had positions and roles and knew what they were supposed to do, and the new guys were able to come in and integrate with what they were doing. You know what I'm saying? I just want to say
Right,
this
yeah.
though before we go any further. Warriors, go get Bobo and stop playing around.
I was just about
Everybody
to hit
is
that up.
sleeping on that guy. I'm telling
I don't
you,
know why the whole league, bro.
20 minutes a game, and he will change the Warriors' outlook.
Yo,
Okay?
I wanted the
It's
Knicks to
not-
go get Bobo, but we got my boy
they
Young
go get
last
Bobo.
week.
You guys got enough. Okay?
Nah, Bobo
You got enough.
changes the game, bro. He, like, I don't know what people not seeing. Like, Shaq wasn't lying when he said, we got a Wemby already in this league. His name is Bobo.
Yeah.
Like, he's not lying, bro. Bobo's tough.
Yeah, guarantee you.
Yeah,
If you
Sly.
give that kid, if you give that
Yeah.
kid the starting position, bro, on any team, bro, you'll see the benefit of having him. But also,
You don't even
King,
need to
I
put
was
him in the
about to
starters.
bring
Give
up
him
your
20 minutes a
Warriors.
game. That's all you
I
gotta
was about to bring up your Warriors, and I'm like, what the hell is the Warriors doing?
Man, I
They're
don't
not
know.
doing anything. If they did anything, they lost. Kevon Looney was their
They
only
like the
good
light
center.
They like the light kid more than Kevon.
It's not even that. We ain't lose nothing. You know what happened? They are punting on Curry's second to last season. He got 2 more seasons left in him, man. That injury, as light as people make it seem, you have to understand, this guy's running a marathon every single game, bro. His body is starting to break down. Hamstring? Come on, man. We see the writing on the wall. I don't know how much longer he's gonna be there, but they're wasting.
Well,
and they're strapped
that's
cash.
what you-
They're strapped for cash too, man.
That's what I was thinking. What moves could they really do? They just look what they doing to Kuminga. Like I don't know, the Warriors kind of. I think they like on that little fence of like, yo, we gonna contend now, or we gonna like make sure our future's secure. Like they gonna have to pick a side at this point because
Oh, Kaminga's not coming back. They trying to find the right team to do a sign and trade and get some pieces.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Listen, Mike Dunleavy don't know what he's doing. I'm just
Yeah,
me
thank
keeping
you.
it stacked. Like he don't
Thank
know
you.
what the hell he's doing. If
Thank
What's
you.
was there, this would have been settled already. Kaminga would have been
Yeah.
gone. Like
yeah.
you holding on to this kid for no reason, bro.
Yeah.
Mm,
Steve
Yep.
Kerr was
Yeah.
duking
The
it on him.
highlight of Mike Dunleavy's career right now is Jimmy Butler. That's it.
that's crazy.
That's it.
That's not even a highlight.
Crazy.
That
right.
is.
Right.
Well,
It
it
ain't
ain't,
a
it ain't show,
highlight.
not yet. It ain't show nothing yet. I say that. 'cause
Nah, I still think you get Jimmy ain't really moving the needle, and
No.
not against no Thunder.
I feel you.
I don't know. You think last year though? Once they got Jimmy, they turned up. Like you think
Yeah.
figure that unit got more time, more experience together now. They could still do something. So like I think they still would be in the mix because that Jimmy came through, and then even when in the playoffs, they won right. They won healthy. So
After
I don't know,
Jimmy
man.
took that
I
fall,
see
he
Warriors
wasn't the
being
same
valid.
player.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm not seeing them beat. Excuse me. I'm not seeing like they could beat up on a young Rockets team.
Yeah.
That's cool, but you're not beating. I don't think you could beat T Wolves. I don't think you could beat the Nuggets.
I don't think they like championship contenders, but I think they'll be a top 5 seed in the West. I think.
No, they going to
They'll
the playing again.
Top 6, maybe 7.
Nah,
You
I
going
don't
to the
think.
playing?
No,
I don't
eight,
think
8
so.
or 9, bro.
They going in that playing again, man.
They came up from, and then once you added Jimmy in that mix, that was a different team.
But so far, every other team pretty much in the West got better than they did.
Facts.
Yeah, kind of true.
That's the crazy part. Okay, real quick, Brook Lopez to LA Clippers. What do you guys think of that? It's
Tough pickup.
It's a tough
Like it.
pickup, but
obligated centers.
I'm still riding with Zubac. Sorry.
But nah,
He may not be able to shoot threes,
Yeah,
but defensively,
as a backup.
he's still there.
Yeah.
As a backup.
No,
I
Brook is
know,
the
but I'm
backup.
saying Brook Lopez defensively has lost a step. That's why the Bucks didn't renew him. So all
Well,
he's
yeah,
good
yeah,
for
hold
is
up.
standing in the paint, blocking shots, and shooting threes. You can't expect him to run the floor like Zubac will. Zubac gonna run the floor.
No,
Yeah,
but-
he can't give you
For
threes,
like
but he's gonna
15
play
minutes a
defense.
night.
Pardon me?
But
But we're not disagreeing with that. We're
Yeah,
not
that
disagreeing with that.
No, that's what he's doing though. He's doing exactly
Yeah.
what you just said. He's going to do. Like he's going to set the screens, protect the paint in the backup, and then he's going to hit the threes. Like
Yeah.
when you stub him in, and now you got a big who can protect the paint and hit threes. That's going to open up a lot for Harden and Kawhi.
Listen,
For
for
Harden.
15 minutes a
Let's
night,
not talk
bro,
about Harden, man. That guy,
it
I'm gonna
ain't-
start
he
calling
don't even do
that sucker Houdini, bro. Now you see him, now you don't.
He had a solid year last year. You know, I'll be
Playoffs? Yo, man,
Yeah,
I mean,
every
he was,
freaking
I'm not
playoffs,
jacking it.
this guy in a crunch situation disappears, bro. Alakazam, gone.
No, he did game
Can't
7.
find him.
He was having a hell of a series against the Denver Nuggets, bro. I don't know what
Yeah,
happened.
he probably
Game
didn't go to
7,
the
he
strip
went back
club.
to
That's why
Harden.
he fell off. Because
Harden,
they
we're not
retired his
giving
jersey
Harden
in
no more
Houston.
passes, bro. It's been
I'm-
too many times, bro.
Yeah, I know I be getting on Harden all the time, bro. I'm not trying to give him no pass. I felt like he had a decent year, and you add in a Brook
He
Lopez
did.
who can spread the floor for him. I mean, I like the deal.
I'm off
Yeah.
that guy. I'm off that guy.
Okay.
Anything else, Navich?
Real quick. Yeah, real quick. So did the Memphis Grizzlies lost or gain? Because they got Cole Anthony, KCP, Ty Jerome, Jack Lindell, obviously Desmond Bain departure, Luke Cornett, and Jay Huff.
Sorry,
Sorry to put
Memphis.
you on
This is
that.
gonna be Memphis, and prayers up to Ja. Get healthy, get ready for a long season, because you're gonna have to rebuild everything that you guys just had for the last 3 years. Sorry,
Why you say that though? I don't think that.
new coach,
There we go.
new system. Like Desmond Bain was his right hand man. You know what I'm saying? Like when it came to the court, you know him and Josh Jackson, or Jaren Jackson, right? So
Yeah.
Jared's still there, but Bain's gone. And new coach, new system's gonna have to be in place. Remember, Ja got his coach out of there because his coach wanted him to share the ball. This coach is like, we gonna run Ja. And you know Ja stay hurt sometimes. So, You know what I mean? They lost a good, I'll say a B plus player, and picked up a bunch of like B minus players to replace it. My opinion, though.
Yeah, I like the deal. You get a KCP, a veteran, to at least be a solid defender, but to have the locker room a little bit mature. Um, Jaron, the problem I'm having is Jaron Jackson just got hurt off season wise.
Yeah,
He signed
turf
the deal,
toe.
but yeah, he got hurt. So
Right
if you
after he
don't have a
signed
healthy
that
Jaron
deal.
Jackson,
Funny, huh?
yeah, as soon as he signed that deal, if you ain't got a healthy Jaron Jackson, then but I don't know. Memphis, I'll see. I'll see it to believe it. I'll wait on it. I don't think
Yeah, I
they
think
have a
Memphis
bad
gonna
team.
be all right. I think with Memphis though, like they come through, and if they put it, if they got a team to put on the floor, they freaking compete, and they have. And like even you look at last year before they was as high as a 2 seed at one point last year. Yeah, I mean, and towards the end of the year, when the bullshit went down, they fell, but they tend to put a good team out on the floor. And I don't know, but the coaching situation, you're right. Like we're gonna see where that go, but I wouldn't be surprised if they like outperform next year too. Just like last year, I didn't think they was gonna be as good as they was. I mean, to start the season, so I don't know. But they, like I said, they ain't a contender to win nothing. Like
But yeah, that's all I'm saying though. Like I don't. They could be anywhere from 8 to 6. You know what I mean? Depending on how the season goes, right? Injuries and all that stuff. But I'm just like, yeah, Ja, you might as well get ready for a hard road.
Oh, okay,
Do you know
cool.
what I mean?
All right.
You guys were
Yeah,
close,
definitely monkey on the
and
back.
now you just went
Alrighty.
back 30 steps.
Okay. All right. Now let's get to the real heat in here. Two of my boys in there right now. They're gonna be hyped about this one. The New York Knickerbockers. Okay. They got no safety, Jordan Clarkson. They got a big bull, Gershon Yabusele for the New York Knicks. I'm saying this right now.
You forgot the new
The
coach.
East, well, Mike Brown. Mike
Okay.
Brown.
I'm just
The
saying,
East,
they got
the
Mike Brown.
East, the
Where's Mark
East
Jackson?
belongs to the Knicks.
Anyway.
Bro, stop it, bro. We know that, bro. Come on, you ain't even laughing, bro. So the Knicks, I think the East belongs to them this season coming up. Am I wrong? Shouldn't be no excuse.
The East should be ran by the New York Knicks. Yes. Will we do it? Yes. Getting Mike Brown, he's gonna work wonders for Jalen, and this is why I love the deal because, well, getting Mike Brown, like for Jalen to play in a Princeton style, is going to open up more where he'll be moving more off the ball like Steph did. So I need Mike to like drill film with Steph for Jalen. Because now, and once you see, you get the ball, pass it down, you know what I'm saying? You're now running off. He better get in the gym. He better start running because I think that's the best way we can kill Indiana. Of course, Indiana not healthy, but I'm just saying, like, we can kill the Cavs. We can kill Indiana. We can kill Atlanta. Because Atlanta is going to come with some dogs. And they got wing players who's going to play defense all day long. But to get him off the ball now we can feature Mikal to try to get him going. We can try to get OG going in space. You know what I'm saying? And then we get Jordan Clarkson, right? Come off the bench, instant offense. Like, but then again, he still can play make as well. You know, hopefully Mike Brown gets Mitch going. That's the key. Like, we got to get Mitch going early, bro. If we get Mitch going early, I'm telling you, he is the deciding factor for every team in the East. Like, no team is not going to be able to fuck with us if we got Mitch going. And Yasabelli could take Hart's minutes. I fuck with Hart. Hart's my guy. He energizes money, but Yasabelli more aggressive. He'll get to the rebound as well, and he doesn't take away from nobody else. And he brings a lot of emotion. He's way better than Precious. You know, salute to Precious and my bread, but nah, he's way better than Precious. He puts the ball on the floor. He's gritty. He's active, and once he gets that crowd behind him, it's over. Crazy? You crazy? Yeah.
All right. What
Be
you
running
got
the
to
East.
say?
Slides got to be you next, brother.
man, so this tough. So I definitely feel like the Knicks got to be the favorites in the East, bro. Just with the injuries going on, the Knicks gotta be the favorites in the East. I'm just curious to see what wrinkle Mike Brown add, because I think when you watch the Knicks in the playoff last year, their weaknesses, their flaws is like on Front Street, so everybody can see what the Knicks' flaws is. So I'm curious to see how Mike Brown addressed what the Knicks' flaws is, and that's why I said somebody like Drew Holiday would be a good pickup, so we can get Jalen Brunson off the ball more. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like I do think they got guys that can do it. Like, cause Jordan Clarkson is a vet. You know what I'm saying? He can handle the ball. He can do some things. But Jordan Clarkson want to listen. He touched the balls going up.
Facts.
Well, that's what you guys needed sometimes.
Wow, we needed
Yeah,
that.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And that's why I think his addition is good. But I would like to have one more playmaker, like a natural playmaker on the floor. Like I think, because they tried to have Bridges be that last year in the playoffs, and personally, I think it was a disaster. Like I don't like Bridges handling the ball so much.
But why was it a disaster though, Slav?
Because he wasn't good at it.
Nah, no, bro.
You think so?
If there's no guidance, how am I like everybody again? Look what our team. I ain't gonna lie. For our team to still make it to the Eastern Conference speaks volumes about the players, right? Bro, they literally was running around with their head cut off, and that's how they was winning. They beat up on Detroit. They beat the Celtics. You want to know why? Because with the Celtics, we knew that's what we created our whole offseason for them, right? We thought that they was gonna run the table, so we created our whole offseason for them. So yeah, we mentally was beating them. Like that's how we came across this whole season. Forget about the playoffs. The whole season was just about Boston. We beat the Detroit because they're a young team, so they made some young ass mistakes. The issue was, and still, ever since Tom Thibodeau got hired, we had no guidance in offensively. Defensively, yeah, we will be top in the ratings, but when you switch around and get a Cat don't know what the heck he got going on. We looking lost. You had guys overzealing themselves, thinking like, okay, I'm gonna get this screen right here. Is Cat gonna hedge up high? Is he gonna double high? No, he's soft hedging, so he's backing up. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't stress. And I don't know about the reports. I don't want to get into that, but it could show that we didn't practice, bro. We wasn't in cohesion, like offensively nor defensively. So when you put Mikal on the offensive end trying to run playmaker, guys don't know where the hell they're going.
Well, I mean that could possibly be, but I can only speak on what I seen. You know what I'm saying? Like I can only speak on what I seen. I think that the thing with Tibbs though, Tibbs did like he definitely put a lot of them guys in position to be the best that they could be. Like and that's one thing you can't take away from him. I do think he did a poor job of adjusting what Rick Carlisle did, but we can't act like Tibbs ain't have Cat looking like the best Cat, and JB looking like the best JB, Josh Hart looking like the best Josh Hart. I do think that it was just a matter of he did not know how to adjust to what the Pacers was giving up in the playoffs, and that shit stood out so much. So for me, I don't know. I haven't seen Bridges be able to do it consistently, so I ain't gonna say just get a new coach in there and he probably could do it. I don't know. For my money, and I got a team that's ready to contend right now. Yo, let's get a vet in here that we know got championship pedigree. We've seen him we've seen him play lockdown defense, and then let's really go for it because the shit wide open this year. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Listen, I don't think Bridges is bad though. I just think that part of his game, like I do not want to highlight that, bro. Like he was pissing me off, bro. I don't know, man. And considering all we gave up for Bridges, man, I think it just ain't put him in position to be his best self. And that's where I think Tibbs kind of was lacking. But at the end of the day, bro, I think listen, man, the Knicks is really in position to take the East this year for sure. Like the stars is aligned, like you know what I mean. So
yeah. So real quick before you jump in here, King. So would it be better if Bridges comes off the bench? Would that be a better role?
See, the thing is, he makes so much money, and they gave up so much to get him. Seeing him come off the bench is gonna be tough. That's why it's like.
Well, I think he's a team first guy, though.
Right.
I don't think he'll care about that. He's a team first guy.
Mm-hmm.
So
I was saying that for a while. Like, I wouldn't mind seeing Bridges come off the bench or something, like, or maybe just reduce his role or something. Like, yeah, I mean, but yeah, it's tough when you. I mean, I
If you're
feel
gonna
like
put him on the
they put
bench,
a
who you
lot of
put
eggs in
who
that
you put in his
Markel
place?
Bridges basket. Like, I was questioning it from the jump, but
Yeah,
at
if
any
you're gonna
rate,
put him on the bench, though, Sly and Da Vinci, who's in his place?
I mean, if you would get Holiday, you would put Holiday probably in his place. I mean, that's not a problem for Holiday to play.
Yeah, I suppose. Anything else happened in the trades so we can get to the next joint?
That's about it. I mean, we got the Wizards as a veteran squad, OG veteran squad. We got the weird Phoenix team. I don't know what's going on there. That's a weird team. Yeah. So I mean, that's about it. I mean, obviously San Antonio got better.
listen, that's what I was gonna bring up.
Yeah, San Antonio is gonna be
Listen,
crazy. I think, and that's about it. If you guys want to touch on those. And I'm telling you, people.
I say this. I'm super curious to see what that Spurs team gonna look like.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that Spurs team got some talent on it, boy. I mean, it's the crazy thing. I got some inside information telling me KD was going to the Spurs, and I see how that ain't fall through. But I will say this: if it's not next year, if it ain't the year after that, that Spurs team is gonna be around for a long time, causing a lot of people some headaches, bro.
Yeah.
They drafting Webb. That Dylan Harper kid could play, bro.
Yeah. Shout out to Ron Harper. If you know, you
Word.
know.
Shout out to Ron Harper, man.
Let's